Hello, you joined me outside Bristol Temple Meads station. Last time I was here was about a year ago for the opening of Portway Park and Ride. Today I'm here for another opening. This time it's Ashley Down, and I'm pleased to report it's not quite as early in the morning as it was last year, which is good for the sake of my sanity. Anyway, the first train leaves at 7. First train leaves at 7:27, so let's go and hop on. I was wrong, it's actually leaving at 7:25. Okay, so the train has pulled in now, let's hop on board. Oh, that's a big gap. Look at that! Whew. Oh, it's busy. Morning. You know, for someone who hates getting up early in the morning, I sure did pick the wrong hobby.
It's normally at about this point in the video that I jump to a map showing where the new station fits in with the broader rail network, so let's do just that. Ashley Down is opening between Stapleton Road and Filton Abbey Wood on the site of a previous station called Ashley Hill, which had been closed about 60 years ago. It will be served with an hourly train in each direction between Filton Abbey Wood and Bristol Temple Meads, and follows the opening of Portway Park and Ride in August last year as part of a wider revitalisation of rail services in the Bristol area called Metro West, which also seeks to reopen the Henbury line and the Portishead line, though the latter is currently on hold following government spending cuts.
We are now approaching Ashley Down. This is Ashley Down.
Wow! Bloody hell! I think a two-car train might have been a bit ambitious for all these people. Good luck, everybody. And there we have it, the first ever train to stop at Ashley Down station.
For 60 years?
For 60 years?
Yeah, I think 60 years.
60 years, so it's been 60 years since the train has stopped here in passenger service. And that was it. So, judging by how busy that train was, I'm glad I was getting off the first train rather than on the first train, because, yikes, 2 cars was not enough. Great Western Railway, you usually put more cars on when there's a station opening. Do better next time. I don't know. Anyway, let's have a look around the station.
Starting the tour from Station Road, you can see this little path leads to the station itself, with a mini zebra crossing which intersects with the Concord Way bike path. We'll explore the active travel links later, but for now, let's see what the station itself has to offer.
Through here, bike rack, which is also very good to see. You know, we don't want to be like the new station they've built in Belfast, which is designed to be the city's main station and doesn't have one bike rack. What the hell, Belfast? What's the deal with that? Anyway, then through into the station itself. There's a sign there. We've got all this stuff here. Departure times there. You go in here and we have a scanner for the Bristol smart card thing. Timetable information over here, a way out sign, but that's fairly obvious where that is. Good sign there, that is a good sign actually. And then a ticket machine here, which someone has started buying a ticket and then given up on. But unfortunately it is cashless, and unfortunately there's only one of them, so that's an area where I think there's possibly some room for improvement. Then on to the platforms. And they look quite nice. It's a bit cookie cutter, but the bridge is nice, the footbridge. Let's have a wander down this platform, just see if there's anything of interest, and then we'll check out the other platform. So the screen says no services from this platform. I don't quite believe that, personally. I think it's just that there's none in the next hour or so. Lift there, help point, waiting shelter. It's not the greatest shelter in the world, but it's not the worst either. Hearing loop. And then can you call that a bench? I'm not a fan of these. Just put in proper benches. What's that? That's not a bench. Come on. Anyway, other than that, the station seems quite nice on this platform. Let's go over to the other platform and see what's going on over there.
Doors opening.
Just doing a little lifts check. Doesn't seem like anything too exciting. It's the standard Stanner lift, but it seems to work.
Opening.
Footbridge up here, which has a little glass bits that people have been writing on and drawing smiley faces, which is kind of nice to see. Anyway, oh, there we go, look. Oh, that's a nice touch. I like that. They've said the station code for Temple Meads, the station code for Ashley Down, and the date. A trans femme girl was here. Oh, and there's a train. Another shelter there. Another help point. Yeah, this platform's basically the same as the other one, so... Oh, hello.
Familiar face.
Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Have you been here all? I'm good. Have you been here all along?
Well, I came in on the first train, and then I've just been sort of looking around.
Did you see how many people got on the first train?
I know, it was crazy.
It was like being on
and there was
Voyager.
only 2 carriages. Why would you put 2 carriages on the first train?
I know, it was fairly obvious how busy it was going to be.
So every time I've visited the Bristol Rail network, I've always thought there's a lot of untapped potential for electric, frequent commuter trains running every 15 minutes, something like you'd see on the London Overground, or like is planned for the South Wales Metro. And I'm not alone in thinking this. So joining me today is someone representing the Bristol Rail Campaign, who is campaigning for exactly that.
So hi, yes, Bristol Rail Campaign. We're campaigning for just what you said actually. We want more trains, more places, more often in the Bristol area. So Beeching shut down all the suburban routes in Bristol. We've got a few freight lines left over which we want reopened. There are plans to do that, but it's slow and it needs money. But that's what we're at. This is the second station that's been reopened as part of the Metro West scheme. We've got, hopefully we're going to get Portishead. That's hanging in the balance at the moment. There's 2 more stations on this line at Brabazon or North Hilton and Henbury, which look like they're making progress. So you know it's happening, but it's happening too slowly. And we want more of this. This is brilliant. You know, this station is fantastic, and we need more of these.
So you mentioned the delays to Portishead and the sort of concerns around funding about that. So can you explain what's going on there and sort of how you feel about it?
Well, Portishead, you know, the Portishead Railway Group have been campaigning for over 20 years, and it is a no-brainer. The line is there. You know, a few years ago you could have reopened it with a wire brush and a bit of WD-40, so it's a real shame that it's taken so long and it's gone through an incredibly long-winded process of getting the planning, consents to do it. And now at the last moment, there's a funding problem, the final hurdle, and we just hope that Rachel Reeves finds something down the back of the sofa, because we really, really need that. It is. I don't like the phrase, but it's a no-brainer, Portishead, and we really need that.
Well, let's hope so, because I very much echo your views that it is a no-brainer. It is a no-brainer. So anyway, thank you very much for speaking to me today. How can people find out more about the Bristol Rail Campaign?
bristolrailcampaign.org.uk is our website. We welcome new members. We need more people getting behind our campaign. We need to get these things moving quicker.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for speaking to me today.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you.
Yay!
Yay! Bristol Rail Campaign! Yay! Thank you, Ashley Down. Woo!
Yeah, this platform's pretty much the same as the other one. The main exception I'm seeing is that this platform doesn't even have the rubbish benches. I mean, there's one bench and a shelter down there, but basically it's exactly the same, but without the benches. So you're handing out these stickers,
Bristol
right?
World. Yes, I'm just handing out these stickers, so remember to use the hashtag
Ooh.
2584.
There we go, there we go.
Happens to.
Aha!
You don't know anything about trains.
Hello, my name is Ashley Down. There's only an entrance on one side of the railway, which seems to be just sort of, well, next to some houses. It's a bit of a random place, but it's in a good walkable area. There's lots of places you can get to from here. And whilst I say that the entrance is only one side of the railway, I've just spotted that over there is a tunnel that will take you under the railway for people wanting to come from the other side, and from there it's very easy to get to the station entrance. There doesn't seem to be anything too interesting on the other side of this tunnel, but it's just, God, that sun's in my eyes. It's just worth noting that there are good walking and cycling links. And now I'm going to plug my second channel, Network News, because I made a video on that channel talking about the opening of this station, and one of the comments I got was talking about how this cycle path as part of the station construction has been closed for ages. So it's good that it's finally being reopened, but it is also worth looking at, actually, could we have done better so that it wasn't closed for so long in the first place? So I've just spotted that also from this cycle footpath thing, there's this sign that spells out progression. So yeah, it's just a little bit of local art, spells out the word progression. It's just a nice touch, because it would have been very easy to just have that be a boring old fence, but no, they chose to do something nice with it, and I appreciate that. Hello.
Hello. Are you going down Concord Way?
I wasn't actually, I was just...
This is Concord Way.
Oh, I guess I am then. I was just getting a shot of this sign.
So we're just walking down Concord Way now.
Yeah.
This is very nice. It looks like they've put some new gravel in here. Now this cycle and pathway has actually been closed for quite a while, so I can see lots of people are very happy
Definitely.
to have the pathway back.
Yeah,
Whereas
it doesn't look like...
It's just leading away from the station and going that way.
Pretty much, it just follows the railway. There's not too much to see here,
Yeah,
but
I
it's
mean,
just,
yeah.
it's good that it exists.
Yeah, it's just along the station, as you can see here.
Yeah.
So it goes along the length of the platform. It's very nice.
And beyond.
And beyond.
Exactly. The other thing I'm slightly disappointed to see is that in a lot of the renders of the station, this footbridge had a double arrow BR sign on it. That doesn't seem to have been installed. I'm not saying it'll never be installed, it might just be one of those things where they'll get round to it when they get round to it, but it doesn't seem to be there at the moment, and that's a bit disappointing. Feels like false advertising. spectacular! What? What's that doing here? So, that has been my look around the new Ashley Down station in Bristol. This train that's coming in behind me now is going to be taking me back into the city centre, and then I'll be heading back home to edit. I'm going to thank you all very much for watching. Like, subscribe, press the buttons, check out my second channel, Network News, which is now a thing, and I'll see you next time. Cheerio!
The next station is Stapleton Road. This is a Great Western Railway service to Bristol Temple Meads.